Peace, 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 peace from the Tonya 23 experience. Uh, I wish it was better terms that I was greeting you all today, but as you can see, the title and the thumbnail, it is not. Uh, a sister, Miss Massey, R.I.P. to your spirit, first of all. Sonya, Massey, the difference between our names is she is an S and I have a T, right? I'm Tonya. She's Sonya. So I extra sympathize with the sister. It looks like she was a mother. Now, as I'm analyzing and looking at the video, it looks like she might have been going through some sort of mental health crisis. Maybe not. But all of that shall come out. But even still, a single woman by herself, she couldn't get no compassion from this young, white, Anglo-Saxon Caucasian. He didn't have, to me, it looks as if the word Jesus triggered him to, number one, call on what appears to be his God, and then he pulled the trigger and executed this young lady, shot her in her face, killed her instantly. And then he was still telling her to drop the doggone pot. So he seemed to be an amateur, because you don't know that once you shoot a body like that, it is clinched on to whatever it's holding. And you are supposed to clear your own ass out the way. But look at the location. What was it? Springfield or some whatever part of Illinois. It's supposed to be a sundown town. So you mean in America they still have sundown fucking towns? We are still, that is being allowed by this so-called justice system? And who is the justice ever for? Because it's never for black people. Okay, let's just stop playing games with it. You know? But I'm just going to tell the truth. It looked a little psyopsy to me. Being that it happened on July 6th and we're in July 20-something, 24th, and I'm just now hearing about it a day or two ago. Really? But it was nothing. We saw Diddy running on the TV like somebody got him on ASAP, but none of those same people thought that Sonya Massey her story needed to get on TV. Everything is just so glitchy with them, and it's just so, you can see right through it. Let's just say that. My vision ain't blurry. Even so, the young lady probably was targeted. They may have visited that residence more than one time or whatever. It seemed to me very, very glitchy. And when after body cam, they showed this Aryan-looking tattoo on his arm, and it was just very low-budget movie type of situation. And the sister probably was targeted, especially if she was known to be alone, and they had responded to calls at that residence before. This is information that we need to know. But spiritually, that's what I'm picking up. It was very George Floyd-y, George Floyd-y. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing things consistently to the black community to get them to so-called blow, to get them to lose their mind and just go all out. They've been trying to get us to do that here in America for quite a while. It's very showing. It's no longer something that we are thinking about. It's actually happening. It is a reality. So it's time that people start to figure that out. Especially look at all the missing people, missing black Americans in the country. Look at how that's blown up. you know? And we're moving into this election cycle. Like I said, if the black agenda is not on the table, then I don't think black people should be doing a damn thing towards this. We need to know where the missing people are. We want some justice. You understand? We want that land and we want that money. Stop saying like all of the systematic racism never stops. It only gets worse. And all you ever hear is people trying to deny the fact that the race deserves reparations. People are trying to act like that's not going to help. Perhaps Sister Sonya would have had some private security with her. Perhaps if she could afford it. Who would want to be alone and vulnerable if they didn't have to be? You know, we don't know where her family members were, but we need to be able to afford our own protection. You understand? I'm sure there's some strapping men out there that are willing to take jobs protecting women if that's where you got to go with it. But who can afford that? But if you had your reparations, you might be able to work something out. People are trying to, you can always find a reason to spend. You understand? So it's just crazy that, RIP to the young woman's spirit. That's the main thing. Because with Tara, she was looking for some assistance, and that's what the hell she got. And that's just a picture going into this Miss Kamala being brought up to the table to step to her position. It's something to think about. I need to know how she feels about this situation. It's going to be very telling as to what she would be able to provide for any African American in this country. How about somebody that can ask her a question, address how she feels about what's going on, and as a prosecuting attorney, what she thinks should happen to this police officer. And that same thing is what should happen to her campaign. However she feels, that's the reflection that black people need to give toward her. Just because she's a woman doesn't mean a damn thing. Just because she got a little speck of black in her doesn't mean a damn thing. Y'all are looking to try to make some sort of history happen, but how about we make decisions according to what we actually need as human beings here? Like, how about we take care of some of those things work first? First of all, we need to address clean water, clean air, and the right type of food. Or else nobody's going to have any strength to talk about a damn thing. You just get ready to scrape up the dead bodies like you're doing now. First of all, no one's talking about how they are deliberately polluting the air, fucking with the food, letting one person, Bill Gates, buy up all this damn land so he is literally have broken into the average food population. Like, some of you didn't think that your stores were going to be polluted with all the seedless fruits and vegetables, but yo ass got them now too, right? They're in the Mexican restaurants, the Chinese spots. Everybody's ass is getting infiltrated. So when is this going to become a national thing? Why they keep trying to distract people with death? How it happened. Death is a thing. It happens for all of us. But it's the how and the why. You understand? But the most important thing now is how to live. Who's fucking with the food, water, and vegetables? Okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, nobody should be where they're making decisions for somebody else and they sitting up here eating some damn seedless shit all the time. Where or who are you? Where's your natural self? Because and I'm looking at the picture of this doggone cop that shot the lady, and hey, he looks like your average racist young white male. Okay? If that wasn't the stereotype, it's like, yeah, that's what you expect to see. If you didn't even see that image and you were allowed to do a sketch, it would look just like that. Number would just keep the page white and draw a little outline around it. What the hell? And then they said he had this large ass criminal record of all these DUIs and whatnot. So Maybe he was drunk on the job that day. Who knows? But this the shit that's allowed to happen in their community because we don't get away with shit like that. You understand? Crucified, crucified, crucified. They'll crucify your ass. But when they do something, and then they have this secret law where unless they fire him as a police officer, they can't even charge him with the murder. Some sort of one of them Trumpy China kind of clauses that say that give presidents some kind of diplomatic immunity where they can just order hits and assassinations and whatnot like that in the land. Well, the president has Biden before he steps down. He has enough presidential power, okay, and laws that are set up to where he can order anybody of to be assassinated that he would like. That's the type of immunity that they give them. And the officers have a sort of immunity just like that. So until they fire him as a police officer, he can't even be charged for the murder. Some unspoken law that exists. But if you look at every case, that's how they handle it. And that's why they always want to send them talking about their administrative duties or they suspended with pay and all this other bullshit. Have your black ass ever got suspended with pay? Stop playing. You don't even, they got at will employment for you. They can come in one day and don't like the way you looking at them and say, I don't think you're a good fit. They've been not good fitting motherfuckers for a long time. And y'all been allowing it to happen. Because that's the thing. When the thing happened with George Floyd, everybody and their mama was outside. Did it solve anything? Hasn't it happened over another 100 some odd times since then? You still have states talking about sundown. Wait a minute. Did y'all go knock down the statues that was there? Or what happened with Illinois? How come they didn't get dealt with? How did they get out of it? And so now here we come back with this racism, this, that, and the other. Again, not addressing the goddamn problem. Food, water, and air. Anything but deal with that is what I'm seeing. Anything but deal with what's the real issue. That's right. Take your ass on the fuck on out of here because you're not willing to deal with the issues if you're not willing to stay. Because I'm not speaking about bullshit. Right? So you take your ass on and you go listen to them other YouTube channels that's giving you some little stupid street drama right now in the YouTube streets. Fuck that and fuck you. You don't have to stay here if you're not willing to deal with the damn issue, which we were speaking about, Miss Sonya Massey. It gets on my nerves seeing people come and go. You would think that, they sit there and listen to stupid bullshit like the Egyptians were black. And we already know that. You got people still debating that shit on a damn channel. And the chat want to sit there and actually have some goddamn something to talk about. Y'all people are fucking retarded. That's your stupid ass problem. Not having the right food, air, and what was the other thing? Water is starting to affect some. Honey. Anyway, I'm about to get up off here. I just wanted to come and pay my respects and say what I wanted to say about Miss Sonya Massey. Other than that, fuck y'all and fuck YouTube and fuck your whack asses on here. Okay? Let that experience be with your ass 23 times today.